Hello, my loves. Welcome to my closet. If you're new here, I'm Kelsey. Nice to meet you. We are currently working our way through Phoebe Bridgers' Punisher album, and we are on Moon Song. So if you want any of the other videos from that album, go check out my Phoebe Bridgers playlist. Otherwise, let's just get into it. Already. You asked to walk me home, but I had to carry you. And you pushed me in, and now my feet can't touch the bottom of you. Okay, wow. So that's giving me this image, or it's saying to me that, like, this person, this potential person she's talking about in this song, he, or she, I don't know, I'm assuming he was one that initiated this, right? He's the one that kind of gave her the idea that there was potential there, gave her this idea that if she were to fall for him, he would catch her. Like, he asked to walk her home, but then she had to carry him. So, right, so the image of he's the one that started this, he's the one that initiated, he's the one that put this idea in her head and made her think that there was something to step into, and then she ended up kind of like carrying him through the experience, or kind of having to pull him along. I know we're barely into the song. That's just the image, the kind of vibe that I'm getting so far. And you pushed me in. Again, he's the one that kind of pushed her into this, and now my feet can't touch the bottom of you. Like, now I'm drowning in you, not in a good way. Like, she's not enough, she doesn't have enough, how do I want to say this? I don't know what I'm trying to say, because I want to say, like, she's not big enough, she doesn't have enough to stand in the depth that he's put her in, but that it makes her sound small. That's not what I'm trying to say. Anyways, I'm sorry, I'm starting to ramble already. Let's keep going. My point, I guess, was just that the image of her drowning in him, but not like in a romantic swoony way, like he was, yeah. Okay, sorry. Let's go back. The bottom of you couldn't have, you couldn't have stuck your tongue down the throat of somebody who loves you more. So I will wait for the next time you want me, like a dog with a bird at your door. You couldn't have stuck your tongue down the throat of somebody who loves you more. What a line. And it kind of gives me this, like, contrast, or this juxtaposition. What's the difference between contrast and juxtaposition? Anyways, where, you know, to him, it's sticking his tongue down her throat. Like, to him, it's a very maybe physical, surface level thing, almost vulgar, not like fully vulgar, but just like a hint of like objectification, maybe. I don't know, maybe little hints of that, but mostly just that, you know, to him it was much more surface level, physical, you know, thing. And, you know, he couldn't have done that with someone who loved him more. You know, to her it was love, and love, like the highest level of love. And I think that it's really interesting how there's also a bit of contrast with that line with the way she's singing too, because she's singing stuck your tongue down the throat, and like, but she's singing so beautifully that it almost caught me off guard, because I just didn't expect her to say something like that, like in this beautiful voice. I don't know why, but anyways, that was really interesting to me. And I mean, what a line. And then, so I will wait for the next time you want me. Ah, like a dog with a bird at your door. Oh, okay, keep going.
We hate tears in heaven. Sad that his baby died. We fought about John Lennon until I cried. And then went to bed upset. Now I am dreaming and you're singing at my birthday. And I've never seen you smiling so big. It's not a cool theme, and there's something I'm supposed to say, but can't for the life of me remember what it is. And if I could give you the moon, I would give you the moon. You are sick and you're married and you might be dying, but you're holding me like water in your hands. When you saw the dead little bird, you started crying, but you know the killer doesn't understand.
Whoa. I got lost there and forgot to pause for the rest of the song. Wow, that was so pretty. Okay, so we hate tears in heaven, but it's sad that his baby died. That part, so that part we'll have to look up. I mean, this part also kind of seems like she's talking about specifics about this relationship. So obviously it's stuff that I don't know, and I'll probably find out at some point. But it gives you kind of this, you know, image of the relationship as it's playing out. You know, they hate. I'm guessing this is like a movie or a song. But they, you know, they hate it, but they think part of it's sad. And they're fighting about John Lennon, and she's crying. And now she's dreaming about him, I'm assuming, singing at her birthday. Like, these are all just images of the relationship to me at this point with the context I have. And there's something I'm supposed to say, but I can't for the life of me. I feel like that's probably a nod to something specific. And if I could give you the moon, I would give you the moon. That's a beautiful line. Simple, but beautiful. You are sick and you're married and you might be dying, but you're holding me like water in your hands. This has to be specific lines about someone, right? Is she dating someone who's sick and married and dying? Oh my god. When you saw the dead little bird, you started crying, but you know the killer doesn't understand. The killer. Dead bird. Oh. Because earlier she said, I will wait for the next time you want me, like a dog with a bird at your door. Okay, so she's the dog who has killed a bird and brought it to him. And when he saw the bird, he started crying. But he knows the killer, her, doesn't understand that it didn't do like a good thing, like doesn't understand, you know, like, because they thought that it was bringing you a present. Oh, you know what? I always forget we should open Genius. You guys keep telling me to open Genius. Let's check a couple of these lines real quick. Overall, though, I will say, that song was all of her songs have painted really interesting and at times like wildly specific pictures in my head. However, all of the other songs have had a lot more confusion with them, and not necessarily confusion in a bad way. I think her music is one of the first times in my life where I have had intense amounts of confusion, but in like an intriguing way. It's like kind of intriguing and like mesmerizing, and like you want to know more and understand it more. But with that said, most of the other songs so far have kind of been like fragmented puzzle pieces that I've kind of had to, you know, figure out. And a lot of you guys have said that her music is something where, you know, you can have something click like the 500th time you've listened to the song, you know. So I know that most of her songs I've kind of categorized as like these will probably be growers, even though I have enjoyed them a lot. As far as like my understanding of the song, I just know that those are going to grow over time. Whereas this one, I do think that I'll probably understand it a lot more over time, but it wasn't quite as fragmented. I felt like it was a little bit more of a cohesive concept, or, you know, imagery or story, whatever. And because there was less confusion, I was able to get lost in it more. As you might have noticed, I mean, I got lost in that one after the you know, scene started getting set. I was definitely lost in that one. Okay, whoa. Usually when I open Genius, there's like only some parts of the song have information. This one has a lot of it. All right, so what are the lines I wanted to check? I'll read about all of this on my own time, but I don't want to make this video too long. So the ones I wanted to check were, we hate tears in heaven, but it's sad his baby died. Let's click on this. Unfortunately, okay, there it goes. Sorry, my laptop hates Genius. Tears in Heaven is a song. Okay, so song written by English singer-songwriter and guitarist Eric Clapton after the tragic death of his 4-year-old son Connor in 1992. So Phoebe expresses her sympathy for the real-life death of Clapton's son, but she and her lover don't particularly like the song itself. All right, see, I can relate to that. Recently I did Adele's album, and while I can absolutely sympathize with what she's been through, I hated her song My Little Love. I mean, I actually hate is a strong word. I didn't really love her album too much, and the song My Little Love that was supposed to be about her little boy or whatever, I thoroughly disliked, and people did not like that. Anyways. Okay, so, and then the lyric, Phoebe said the lyric used to be, we hate Eric Clapton. it's actually kind of worse now because it's the Dead Baby song, which is a heartbreaking song. If I were to pick an Eric Clapton song, it's up there with the ones that I actually like. So it's kind of a lie on the record, but it sounds more poetic. Okay, so she doesn't necessarily hate it. It was just more poetic to say we hate. All right. Artistic license, I guess. What was the other line I wanted to check on real quick? Now I'm drinking. Oh, and there's something I'm supposed to say, but for the life of me. In the dream, the speaker forgot about what she was fighting with her partner about. This is a bittersweet line. Oh, because they were fighting before she went to bed. This is a bittersweet line because it implies that the only time they are happy is in the speaker's dreams. This could mean she ran out of good things to say about her partner. Ah. And there's something I'm supposed to say, but can't for the life of me remember what it is. Oh, I see. Wow. Genius helps, guys. Even though my laptop hates it. Okay, chorus, and if I could give you the moon, I would give you the moon. All of these are highlighted like there's specific info. Again, I will look at all of it in my own time. I just didn't want to make you guys sit through all that. But there's one more line I wanted to check on. Or one more section, I guess. You are sick and married and you might be dying. Is this a possible nod to Connor Oberst, who in 2016 was diagnosed with a cyst on his brain? While brain cysts aren't necessarily deadly, they're extremely painful. Oberst married Karina. Oh, so she's not dating Connor? Why did she mention him if they're not dating? Oh, he's separated. They were in an open relationship. Oh! Okay, so did Phoebe date this Connor while he was married and in an open relationship? Interesting to note that Bright Eyes, a band fronted by Oberst, has an unreleased song titled Comet Song as well. Oh, and this is Moon Song. I see. This could also be a reference to the 2008 Charlie Kaufman film in which the main character Caden says while lying next to his mistress, I'm really sick and I think I'm dying. I have a kid and I'm married. Okay, interesting. So, but you're holding me like water in your hands. Because they're delicate and can slip away. And the line returns the song to its recurring water imagery, for example, and you push me and now my feet can't touch the bottom of you. Yeah. Okay. Wow. And when you saw the dead little bird, you started crying. Was this a reference? Yeah. Refers back to the dog with a bird line. Okay. Wow. Well, again, I will keep reading the little tidbits about this one. This one was, wow. I think this one might be my favorite now. The problem is that I think if sonically, come on, my laptop hates Genius so bad. Just stop. Just chill. There we go. Gosh. Okay. I think sonically there's several songs that are kind of like neck and neck for top, because there's so many of them that sound so good. I loved Chinese Satellite, Halloween, Punisher. I feel like the album's getting better and better for me. I think every song I've liked more and more for the most part. So that's interesting. Hopefully that trend keeps continuing. But as far as lyrically and concept-wise, I think that this one is probably taken that top spot for me. I think this is my favorite. And that might be just because, like I said, I feel like I understand it a bit more on first go. The other ones, I understand fully are going to be growers in that regard, because they're just going to take more time to understand. Whereas this one, I feel like I connected to a little bit quicker because I understood quicker, and therefore concept lyric wise is taking that top spot so far. I loved it. I loved this one, and I got lost in it. So anyways, next is Savior Complex. So make sure to come back for that one. Thanks for hanging out with me. Until the next video, guys. I love you. See you later.